Welcome to the Daily for Wednesday, August 8th with Andrew Wiebe. I'm Jason Seguini. We're here in downtown Kansas City, Missouri, but later tonight we will cross over state lines and head to Livestrong Sporting Park for the 99th annual Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup Final. And Andrew, it should be a good one. Seattle Sounders going for history, 4 straight U.S. Open Cup championships, while Sporting Kansas City looking for their first title since 2004.
Yeah, it hasn't been done often, and Seattle Sounders have quite a chance here, although they'll have to do it on the road for the second time in those 4 chances, undefeated in the last 3 years. It's taken a lot to knock them out of knockout competition. It seems Siggy Schmidt and his crew have that figured out. They'll try to make history, but on the other side, Kansas City is trying to create a legacy. It's been a few years now with the Sporting KC brand. They've got Livestrong Sporting Park. They've got the fan base behind them. They're top of the Eastern Conference. Now what they lack is a championship, and yesterday they really made it clear that that is their goal. They want to paint the wall, so to speak, at Livestrong Sporting Park and bring one home for the fans.
All right, full coverage of this game on MLSsoccer.com, including a live pregame show. Andrew and I will be out at the stadium before the game. The game is broadcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Gold TV, but check out MLSsoccer.com at 8 p.m. Eastern Time for all the run-up to the game. We'll go over lineups. We'll have interviews with key players. Check it all out, MLSsoccer.com later tonight. Yesterday, we saw a pretty significant trade with the Portland Timbers and Montreal Impact swapping starting goalkeepers. Troy Perkins headed north of the border while Donovan Ricketts heads out to Portland.
Yeah, 2 struggling teams looking for some sort of spark, and it looks like it's going to come in goal for both of these sides. Ricketts, of course, going to Montreal from LA, but he'll go back to the West Coast with this one. Both proving guys, something just to shake things up in both these markets.
All right, well, Donovan Ricketts appears on this week's Castrol Update. Let's take a look at the top 5 from the past weekend.
As you can see, Donovan Ricketts at number 4 in that list for Montreal. He'll no longer be at the Impact, though. Number 1, Marco Papa with a big performance for Chicago, getting the points to pull him to the top. And then Chris Pontius, that game winner, gets him to number 2. Matt Pickens and Jermaine Taylor round out the top 5.
Moving over to the overall Castrol Index, looking at the full season, we have 5 forwards at the top of the list, including 2 San Jose Earthquakes.
Surprisingly, Alan Gordon, number 2 in that list, based on minutes played, surely. Chris Wondolowski, the second of those Earthquakes. And then Steven Linhart in 6th. He's on the edge there. A surprise, though, at number 1. Danny Kovermans, despite being out for the season, his stats, the season he had put together prior to the injury, has him at number 1.
There's another big match tonight, this one at Yankee Stadium, as Real Madrid takes on AC Milan, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN2.
Yeah, second Herbalife World Football Challenge game to be played there. Of course, Chelsea and PSG played to a 1-1 draw earlier, but Real Madrid, their 3rd game of this tour, they handled both LA Galaxy and Santos Laguna with ease. We'll see how they match up against AC Milan.
All right, one more reminder, don't forget MLSsoccer.com's coverage of the U.S. Open Cup Final continues. Log on to this site, 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight for the live pregame show. We'll be back with more on The Daily tomorrow.